Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to be talking about how to build a $1 million a year business legally selling branded items that are copyrighted and trademarked. I get this question a lot because understandably, people want to sell products that already have a fan base and already have loyal customers. That way, all they have to do is source the products and then sell them directly to those customers. And I understand this appeal because I made lots of money doing this myself. This here is an example of an item that I used to buy. I used to buy a range of different Nintendo DS flashcards, and they were super easy to sell because people were already buying them. However, usually when people ask me about this, they want to know if they can sell super popular billion-dollar items like Nike shoes or iPhones and iPads. They want to go to Apple and purchase their iPads at discounted wholesale rates and then resell them onto customers for a profit. Well, I'm going to be upfront with you, you're not going to be able to do that. Not only do companies like Apple have really strict restrictions on who they sell their products at wholesale rates to, but spoiler, companies like Apple don't actually sell the items at true discounted rates. They sell them almost at cost to big retailers like Best Buy. Companies like Best Buy don't actually make money off of their iPads. They're normally loss leaders. Instead, the way that they make their true money is through accessory upsells. So no, billion-dollar brands are unfortunately very difficult to buy in bulk at discounted rates. But branded items from 7-figure, 8-figure, and even 9-figure brands, these are the types of items that you could buy at wholesale discounted rates, and these are the types of items that you want to be selling. Now, wholesale buying and reselling was never my sole focus. However, I've got friends that make millions of dollars every year doing this, and one of them is Dan Meters. It may sound crazy, but Dan and his business partner Eric have sold over $16 million on Amazon alone. In fact, last year they made over $5 million with their strategy of buying wholesale branded trademark products and reselling them. What they do is called reverse wholesale, and it is a 3-step process. And in this video, I'm going to go through it with you step by step. Step 1, locate high profit, high potential branded items on Amazon. So what sort of product would have high potential and have high profits on Amazon? Well, let me switch over to my computer and show you an example. Okay, so here we are on my screen. So step 1, Dan finds products that are already selling successfully on Amazon, like these dog treats from Cadet Pet, and as you can see with Jungle Scout, they are selling around 400 units a month, which means that it's making over $14,000 a month in sales. But he also looks for something else. He looks for products that are selling well, but are poorly optimized for sales and conversions. Like, look at this listing, it is bad. It has an extremely bad title. Like, let's compare it to the similar product here. Like, this is a super descriptive title that showcases some of the benefits of it. Premium grade, odor-free, all natural. These are benefits. So compared to that title, this title is terrible. And if we come and look at the photos, there are only 2 photos. There could be 6 photos here, and these photos are in such low definition that you can't zoom in on them, and not being able to zoom in on photos has a big negative impact on sales and conversions on Amazon. And you know, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Like, you can see that these bullet points here are terrible, and if we scroll down the page, you'll see that the description is non-existent. I mean, this item, it's so popular, but because it looks so unprofessional, it will be turning a lot of buyers off. It's a huge wasted opportunity for Cadet Pet. Like, they clearly know nothing about selling on Amazon, but that also means that there is huge potential here. Alright, so that's step 1, identifying branded products that have huge sales but have terrible product pages, because we're going to be able to capitalize on that later on. Step 2, create a wholesale account with Cadet Pet. So what we now do is we go to Cadet Pet and we ask them if we can open what's called a wholesale account with them, as in, can we get their permission to go to their wholesale distributor and purchase these dog treats at wholesale discounted rates so that we can then go and resell them for a profit. And reaching out to a company to ask this is actually really simple. Let me show you on my screen. So I'm here on Google. Now, to contact them to ask to open a wholesale account, all you literally have to do is Google them and then come to their company website, and then click contact us and reach out to them with their contact form. Like, it's that simple and it's not hard or scary at all. But here is the truth. While it's so much easier to get approved to open a wholesale account with a company like Cadet Pet that does millions of dollars a year rather than billions of dollars a year like Amazon, they normally don't just approve anybody. In fact, you usually need to have some experience in the niche. Womp womp. Right? No. You can get around this. You can do what Dan does and what he teaches his students to do. And that is to make a proposal. Hey, I'll come in and I will edit your Amazon product listing to improve it and massively increase your sales. But in exchange for me doing that, let's make a deal. My business, me, I get the right to buy these retriever rolls at discounted rates from your wholesale distributor so that I can then go and resell them on Amazon. I will send these items into Amazon for you and I will manage your item listing and I will increase your sales. And so what you do is you negotiate this simple deal with a company like Cadet Pet that clearly knows nothing about selling on Amazon because it works out as a win-win for both parties. Step 3, optimize the listing, purchase the products, and make money. Of course, he goes in and he edits the listing to be better, he adds in nicer photos, he adds in a better title, he adds in bullet points, and he adds in an actual product description. He then purchases these retriever rolls at wholesale discounted rates and then ships them into one of Amazon's FBA warehouses. Amazon's FBA warehouses are incredible. They store these items for you. And each time a customer buys one of your items that you're storing in one of their warehouses, they find the item that they have stored, they package the item up, and then they ship it to the customer. When you're selling on Amazon, this is how they automate your business. You ship your products into their warehouses and then they take care of the customer's orders for you. At this point, it's basically a source of passive income because all you've got to do is manage your inventory. When it gets low, you go out there, you purchase more products and you ship them into Amazon. It's upfront work for long-term gain. This is a very different strategy to what I was using when I was wholesale buying and selling, and I think it's pretty cool, especially because I've seen so many of Dan's students have so much success, and so I asked him if he would come onto a video today to go even deeper into his strategies, and he said yes. So I'm going to switch over to my interview that I just did with Dan. Hello Dan, thank you so much for coming out today. I know you're a busy guy, so let's just jump straight into it. So my first question for you is, can you please show us an example of a product that you're currently selling, and can you show us how much profit that you're actually making from it?
Hey Sarah, thanks so much for having me on today. I've really been looking forward to this interview and I'm excited to get started. So yeah, let's jump right in. We can talk about a product, but we can't identify the product or brand because we've done this once before with one of our other exclusive brands and they got contacted by a ton of people for more than a month, and then we had to explain what actually happened to them. So out of respect for our partner brand, I can't identify them, but I can give you some awesome background about the product. For example, this product's a 2-pound product in the grocery category that we've carried for about a year. Now, it's been selling super consistent too, and to give you an idea, we have about a 17% profit margin and a 48% ROI. To give you a little bit of context, that's spending about $3,500 a month to generate about $1,700 a month in profit. Bear in mind that this is one of, say, 50 plus accounts that we have in just one product. Now, granted, it is one of the better products, but it's just one product that we have that generates almost $2,000 a month in profit.
Yes, no, I totally understand why you don't want to reveal the actual product itself, but thank you for sharing what you did though, especially how much profit you're making, because a lot of people are not upfront about that in this industry. So I do genuinely appreciate what you did share. And I also understand that it's about creating multiple contracts and selling multiple items, and that's how you make hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars in profit. But I do just want to pause this for a second to let everybody know quickly that if you are enjoying this video, then I strongly recommend that you sign up to a webinar that I am running in conjunction with Dan and his business partner Eric, where we're going to go even more in depth as to how they make over $400,000 a month on Amazon selling branded products and how you can as well. But please note that we will not be streaming that on YouTube. You have to register for the webinar, and I will have the link to how you can register for it in the video description below. All right, so back to you, Dan. My next question, when you're on Amazon and you're looking for potential products to sell, how do you identify ones that would be profitable and worth pursuing?
Sure, let me show you. There are 3 factors you should be looking for when identifying potential product opportunities. Number 1, not sold by Amazon. On Amazon.com, there are currently over 100 million products listed for sale, but Amazon only lists 12 million of them. The rest are sold by third-party sellers like you and me. In a nutshell, we don't want to ever carry a product that Amazon also carries. As a competitor, Amazon is relentless. It's their platform and their website, so of course, they bend the rules to favor them. This means that when we're scouting, typically the first thing we're looking at is to see if Amazon is a seller. If they are, we immediately rule that product out as a prospect. We do this first because it saves us from wasting time on any further analysis. Number 2, the selling price is over $20. When you're first starting out, it's a good idea to focus on products that retail for at least $20 or more on Amazon. This is so you have more cushion in your profit margin. It's possible to be successful selling products cheaper than $20, but that is something that requires a bit more knowledge and experience to do very well. Number 3, the product has 3 or more sellers. If a product only has 1 or 2 sellers, this is usually a telltale sign that it will be a waste of time to reach out to the brand about carrying their product. Products with only 1 or 2 sellers are usually either private label, sold by the brand owner, or already have an exclusive deal in place with another Amazon seller. So for the sake of efficiency, we avoid products that only have 1 or 2 sellers. We have no maximum number of sellers for our threshold though. The amount of sellers beyond 2 doesn't matter, as I'm about to show you. Once we've identified a product that passes those 3 factors, we can run it through our formula to calculate how much profit we can estimate to make every single month. No secret here. But you want fast-selling products. Ones that will return your investment quickly so that you can keep reinvesting and continue to grow your business and profits. So when you look at a product on Amazon, it is important to be able to estimate how often that product sells on Amazon every single month. And not only that, but how many times you can expect to sell it each month. Step 1. Almost every product on Amazon has an Amazon bestseller rank. On the product page, just scroll down to the product information and copy the bestsellers rank for its main category, which will always be the one at the top, like in this example. The bestseller rank for this product is $5.91. Step 2, go to junglescout.com/estimator. Jungle Scout is renowned for its Amazon analytics. Once there, select the category of the product you just looked at in your marketplace and paste the bestsellers rank number. Now that you know how many times the product sells each month, in this case, the product sells 3,030 times per month. Step 3, to figure out how many of those sales you will get each month, first you must know what the selling price is. The current buy box price for this item is $50.50. Step 4. The only people that will be getting real sales of this product are the prime sellers priced within 2% of the selling price. If you click here, you can view all the current sellers for the product, and if we do that, it's pretty simple math. $50.50 times 1.02 equals $51.51. Anyone priced above this number is very unlikely to get sales of the product due to Amazon's algorithm. I count only 3 sellers under that price. Those are the only sellers that are really getting any sales. Step 5. If we're pricing competitively with these sellers, we'll get an equal share of the total sales. In this case, there were 3 competitive sellers. If we add ourselves, we have 4 competitive sellers. Now, if we divide the total sales per month by 4, we get 757.50. This would be the total number of units we could expect to sell of this product if we were priced competitively. Next, simply multiply that number of units by the selling price to see how much revenue we should generate. So 757.5 times $50.50 equals $38,253.75. Using a conservative estimate, say 15%, we can now calculate the profit potential of this product. So multiply the revenue we just found by 0.15. We can see that we generate $5,738 from this one product every month. It can be that easy.
All right, so Dan, with the $1,700 a month in profit product that you're selling, how did you improve that product listing to increase sales?
So again, I'm not able to share exactly what we did with that particular product, but I can give you a pretty good example of what a brand owner can expect from us. Whenever we're talking about a product, the first thing we want to do is look at it like a customer, right? And the first thing we're going to see is the title. Does the title make us want to click on it? Does the title use all of its characters? Does it describe what the product is? If it doesn't, it's not an effective title, and that's an immediate improvement you can make. Now bear in mind, writing a title doesn't take very long. All it takes is somebody who actually cares about the product, right? The next we have pictures. Now pictures, I'm going to go ahead and spoil a little secret. I've never taken a picture in my life, and I'm terrible at it. There's literally no way I could do it. But I've never had to. Every single brand that we've worked with that I've reached out to and said, hey guys, you got a media kit that maybe we could use and update and spruce up these pictures for you guys? They've always had it. And then we just upload those pictures, takes about 5 minutes, and guess what? The listing is better immediately. So that's, again, very little work, big results very fast. And then the next thing we're going to look at is something like the bullets and description. Do the bullets and description adequately describe the product? Do they tell us what it does? More importantly, do they make me want to buy it? Because if they don't, they're not very effective and probably should be rewritten. But there's fantastic news. Every single time you rewrite a bullet, a description, a title, all of those things are tied in and actually generate more traffic for you. So just by making those small improvements, it's not just improving the conversion of people coming to the listing and actually buying it. You're also generating more people to come to the listing, which is super exciting.
No, cool, very cool. Good changes, Dan. I approve. So I just want to change gears for a moment. When you found this product and you decided to reach out, to the brand owner, was it scary? Did you have a hard time convincing them to let you open a wholesale account with them and buy it?
Hey Sarah, that's actually an amazing question, and it's one that we get all the time. In terms of me, I'll be honest, it was scary the first time I did it. The first time I reached out, I just really didn't know what I wanted to say, and it's hard to have a conversation when you don't know the points you want to talk about. But over the course of time, we've developed an amazing framework for having these conversations that makes them incredibly effective. It structures what we want to say, and it makes sure that we touch all the points that we need to in that conversation. So that makes it from going from scary to just, it's mildly uncomfortable, because it's mildly uncomfortable to talk to strangers. But it's not that bad when you know what you're going to say. And if you look at it from the perspective of, we're there to provide help. We're not there to necessarily sell ourselves or anything like that. We're there to see if a relationship makes sense. And when you put it in that kind of perspective, it really isn't that bad. So, the second part of that question was, is it hard to land an account? I'll say this, the first one is harder than the next 100. But the first one is, it's only hard whenever you have the wrong mindset. If you're really diving in and you're trying to provide value and you're looking for the right partnerships, it really isn't hard to land an account. It's just sometimes it takes longer to find the right partner. But whenever you look at it, again, from the perspective of one product can generate $2,000 in profit, you don't have to have a ton of accounts. You just have to have a few great partnerships.
Nice, yeah. So, this contract that you formed with the company, the contract saying that they're willing to sell their products directly to you so that you can then go and resell them on Amazon, I didn't actually know until I was chatting with you that this contract is itself an actual asset. You can actually sell the contract itself. Now, I know all about selling private label product businesses for hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars. Now, I've got friends that literally sold their private label businesses for over $10 million. But it never occurred to me that you could sell this as well. So could you give me an example of someone actually doing this? Could you give me an example of someone selling one of these contracts and getting a big payday from it?
Yeah, definitely. One of the best examples of this happening took place just a couple years ago. But this story actually starts in 2008 when a young 21-year-old kid named Josh started an online retail company. In his first year, the company only did about $5,000 in sales. But the next year, Josh incorporated a wholesale strategy into his business and his sales skyrocketed to nearly $500,000. By 2015, he's done over $100 million in sales, and in 2016, Josh sold his company, eTails, for $75 million. That company is now one of the largest Amazon retailers, and that's the kind of potential that this model has. There's nothing stopping any one of you out there from letting this story become your own. And remember, you don't have to have a huge business like Josh to be successful. It only takes a few good products to start bringing in the profits that can completely change your life.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Dan, for coming on. So I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Unfortunately, I did have to cut it there. However, if you would like to learn even more about how Dan makes over $400,000 every month on average selling branded products legally, then you should be sure to sign up for our free webinar and training session. On the webinar, Dan is going to show you how anyone can legally start a branded product business that doesn't require marketing, even if you are a beginner. Please note though, we will not be streaming this on YouTube, so registration is essential. And you can join by clicking on the registration link that you will find in the video description below.